games, brains are banging live here with a flashback episode. And we are flashing back to Street Fighter 2, the arcade fighter. Arguably the best fighting game in the world ever. Yeah, I think that's a very strong point.
Yeah.
Certainly one of the most iconic. It's Street Fighter 2, the World Warrior. You kind of forget it was called that. Also known as Street Fighter 2. It's a competitive fighting game developed by Capcom and released for the arcades in 1991. The second installment in the Street Fighter series. Street Fighter, the original was released in 1987. Street Fighter 2 improved on many of the concepts introduced in the first game, including the use of special command-based moves and the 6-button configuration, while obviously offering player a wider selection of characters and introducing a combo system. Street Fighter 2 has become the best-selling title since the Golden Age arcade game, and by 1994 the game had been played by over 25 million people in the US alone, at home and in arcades. Due to its success, a series of updated versions offering additional features and characters were released. All versions of Street Fighter 2 have sold more than 200,000 arcade cabinets and over 15 million software units worldwide. And they have estimated to have grossed over $10 billion in total revenue, making it one of the top 3 highest grossing video games of all time as of 2017. And the best-selling fighting game up until 2019. The SNES version of Street Fighter 2 alone sold 6.3 million cartridges. It's regarded as one of the greatest video games of all time, in particular the most important and influential fighting game ever made. Its launch is seen as revolutionary, moment within its genre, crediting with popularising the fighting genre during the 90s and inspiring other producers to create their own fighting series. Yeah, it says it all. Massive seller, massive success. Yeah. I mean, it's a game we were playing back when it was in the day, and still, like if you put it on now, you'd still probably have a bit of fun with it as you did then.
Yeah, definitely.
So as always, things we like, things we don't like, and favourite moments, scenes, bits of music. Let's start with an obvious one. As fighting games go, they nailed it. If you want a fluid, feeling in control, combo, different moves, learning the abilities, and everything feeling different, this is it. This really is it. They nailed combat.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, my experience of fighting games ain't too great, but I mean, other than, I don't know, Virtual Fighter maybe, and what's that?
Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat, and the one where we control King. Is it King? I don't know.
Tekken.
That's a Tekken, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, other than those ones there, I mean, but Street Fighter was always the one that was always stands out,
Yep.
For me, it's the characters, I mean, without bringing up the film, but obviously...
No, God don't bring up the film.
Well, but obviously, when you play the characters, and then we watch the film, although the film was obviously terrible, but it's always fun to try and picture the characters of, from the game to the film, and...
Did you ever play the Street Fighter the movie game?
No, I
So it's Street Fighter, but it's the movie characters instead. So Jean-Claude for Guile.
Terrible.
I've never played it. I've seen videos of it, and it looks like it. I don't know if I presume combat was the same, kept the same, and it's just the digitized characters.
So, but Cammy would be what's the place?
Kylie Minogue.
As a Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, Raul Julia for Bison, stuff like that. Yeah.
He's doing a decent one at that, but.
Yeah, I mean, I've got characters as well, but I'm more about the designs. And one of the things I like is how each character, barring 2, but we'll get to them, basically look massively different. Compared Blanca to Dulcium, to Bison, to Sagat. These are all very interesting looking characters who are colourful as well and stand out, Used to love the way Vega looked and things like that.
Definitely. Chun-Li,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got down obviously the backgrounds and the colours. I mean, the background, we're never in a fight, the background and the back, if you're fighting in Chinatown, you've got the people cheering you on, I thought it's your typical brilliant background for a fighting game,
I agree. I got it as well. And I'd go a bit further than that. I think it's better than that because what it is also is animated. So it's very colourful and very cool. And you named Chun-Li's stage, which is in China, as a good example. And that is when it always jumps to mind because certain things, the guy riding the bicycle back and forth, the bloke choking a chicken, I think it is, stuff like that. Or Guile's one, which is and it sets up their characters perfectly. So Chun-Li, or Streets of China, she's Chinese. Guile, American. So his is at an air base with muscle heads in the background and next to a jet. Zangief's is in an underground, what looks like a wrestling boxing arena, that kind of thing.
Like old style, sort of Rocky style,
Yeah, that sort of thing. That's cool as fuck. Absolutely, yeah. That's it. That's all I have for likes.
My last one, I got the story.
Okay.
You know, I mean, obviously it's pretty much basic. You choose your character and you got to defeat each guy from each country.
Yep.
But if I remember correctly, there was just a little bonus stages we could do where you might have to punch beat up a car or beat up the wall when you get to destroy it in time. There. Yeah, I mean, it was fun.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, things we don't like. Bison. Fucking hell, as a final fight. I mean, when you get to the stage where you are fighting the non-playable characters, so the non-playable characters are Sagat, Vega, and Bison. It's just three, in it? Bison, holy shit. He's the final boss, of course, and he is hard as nails. You'll still have Vietnam flashbacks of him doing that flying move towards you. Yeah, Bison is a nightmare.
Well, mine's like Bison, but mine is if you're fighting Guile.
Yeah.
Okay, the AI is so annoying. You stand in one corner
Sonic
and
boom!
Sonic boom, literally about 30 times, and you're trying to jump over it. You get hit, you fly back, you get back up again, you hit you again. It's just
the AI could be cheap.
Typical AI.
Yeah. The AI could be cheap. They're always great at doing a rising punch, whatever of Ryo and Ken just as you jumped. You know. You've talked about Guile, so I'll add this one. Guile's hair, so fucking stupid. It's not even that. It's like a flat top. It goes up, curves out, and then's flat. It's like, mate, what are you doing?
Yeah, I thought my job used to be hard back in the day.
Yeah.
I suppose, probably obviously, it's a very basic game. You know,
It's still just a fighting game.
It's a great game. Don't worry. Obviously, it's done well, but it's pretty boring. It just basically you choose your character, you fight. And that's it, really. It's a fighting game.
Yeah, you expect no more. It's great at what it does, but that is it. Yeah, if you want anything deeper, you're not going to get it. And my last one is an obvious one. I know people would argue, and they're not. Ken and Ryu. They're the same character. You can try and add backstory you want, but when you first played Street Fighter 2, you were like, Ken and Ryu. They're the same character. They literally, visually you can say look different. Oh, Ken wears red and has blonde hair, while Ryu clearly doesn't. But their moveset is the same. That's just the same character.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking lazy, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where the story came out that they're supposed to be brothers.
Oh, you know what the joke is? There was a great TV series done in the last couple of years which tells the story of Ken and Ryu. It was done in like 10, 15-minute episodes and then put into one big film. Quite enjoyable it is. That's the stuff that nowadays I don't have a problem with it. Ken and Ryu have become their own things. Even in Street Fighter, the movie, it works. Although that's not Ken at all. What the fuck, at all. But well, that's a different thing. Yeah. But yeah, it's lazy. Any more?
Yeah, the moves. I mean, other than smashing the buttons, they were so difficult to learn.
Absolutely.
Just like hold back, press A, X together, and then you might do a fireball.
It's all the curving, wasn't it? Yeah. And with a D-pad that's so hard,
Yeah. I mean, you're, especially by the Sonic Boom. I made a buttons. It's like hold back 5 times, then forward and like A or something like that. But then you got to hope the AI doesn't hit you while trying to do that.
Oh yeah.
And another one is just the fact that there's not much to go back for. I mean, other than just a basic fighting game, and obviously a pretty fun 2-player game.
Yep.
There's not much.
It's got loads of replay value, does it? Favorite moments, scenes, bits of music?
I was just beating the end boss, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. You beat Bison. Well done, you. Yeah, basically. I do have one, but you already took it earlier on. I put it in the favorite moments, which is the sort of mini games. Are kind of different, fun, cool. The smashing up of the car, the fighting in the wall. It's just something a bit different,
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Mortal Kombat would do the whole test you might thing. I think Street Fighter did it better.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Street Fighter 2. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon and help us out over there. That's patreon.com/GBHBL, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?